Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a unboxing as well as an assembly, and I'll be giving you some up close shots of this statue right here, as well as my thoughts. So now this is the Flying Princess Crane by Infinity Studio. It is a 1/5 scale statue, and right away I could just tell you it is absolutely beautiful and absolutely stunning. I just love the way the statue flows. So let's get started. Okay, so taking a look at the top of the art box, we have some Chinese writing embellished in a gold reflective color, as well as the birds, which are the cranes to stay inside the theme. The sides of the box have a black trim with more of the cranes flying around the sides of it. And flipping the lid open, you have a nice thick styrofoam box, as well as two Velcro straps holding everything together and secure, as well as the Infinity Studio logo branded into the styrofoam box. Taking a look inside of the styrofoam, you're going to see all of the statue parts, and I was surprised of how many parts there actually are. So we have a number of pieces to be assembled, and first up we're going to start off with the base. Taking a look at the base, you have this nice elegant wood sub base, and then on top of that you have this swirl of translucent resin which alternates between two colors. You have this yellowy peach color and white. This doesn't have a light up feature, but I am excited to see how this looks with the light shining behind it. Moving on to the next step, we have her body. She has this long gown. It almost looks like a wedding dress, which is embroidered with all this detailed line work. It's a really nice ornate design, and it looks absolutely beautiful. Sliding her body onto the base, it is somewhat of a difficult angle, so take your time and you'll eventually find the peg hole and it'll slide in nice and smoothly. And already it's looking fantastic with the curves and the movement of this statue, which I love. Up next we have the robe. This is one of three pieces that make up the robe. This is the main middle piece. You can see all of the cranes embossed onto the robe. They look really nice, really nicely painted. Everything looks nice and neat. Really nice shading on the robe itself with the orange on the back, and then you have the yellow on the inside. And so far, I am super impressed by the quality of Infinity Studio. And the same with this piece. You want to be very careful putting it on. You want to find the correct angle. You want to make sure you're not scratching up her body. Once you find the correct angle, it's just going to sit on top of the body. As you can see, there are two holes on the top of the robe. That's where the two arms are going to key into place and hold this all together. Up next, we have the left sleeve of the robe. And again, you can see those cranes that are embossed into the design of it. Again, looks really nice and nicely painted. As well as you'll see that there's a metal peg which is going to key into the body. So now there's no magnets on this piece. It just keys into the body with the metal peg, but it feels nice and secure, and it doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. It's a nice tight fit. Up next, we have the right sleeve of the robe, and once again, you're going to see more of those cranes embossed into the design. This piece is a little bit bigger, but once again, it feels really good. The quality feels really nice. Everything looks nicely painted. All of the lines are super clean, and I am super impressed. And the same as we did with the left sleeve of the robe, this one is going to key into place with the metal peg as well. Again, a nice tight fit, and everything feels nice and secure. Next up, we have this green sash or ribbon. It's made from a plastic resin, and it has a little bit of flex to it, so you definitely want to be careful with this piece. It feels super fragile, so be very careful handling it as you don't want to break it. It does have some movement to it so that you can flex it over her body. So once again, be careful putting this on as you don't want to scratch up the paint, and this piece is just going to rest over her body onto her back. It's a little bit tight on mine, so I'm going to have to go back in later with a hair dryer and heat this up and mold it into place so it better fits onto her body. But as of right now, it's fine, it's sitting okay, and as you can see, this statue is coming to life with the flow and movement of the design. Up next is going to be one of two ribbons that are going to key into her chest. One has a smaller key, one goes on the left side of her breast. And then you have another similar ribbon, which is going to have a larger key, and that one is going to key in to the right side of her breast. Just like that, and the flow and the curves of this statue are being built up one by one, and it is looking amazing so far. Up next, we're going to have her portrait, and she does only come with one portrait. And wow, she is looking absolutely beautiful and amazing. I love the gold trim in her hair with all the flowers wrapping around the bun of her hair. All the fine little details for a 1/5 scale piece. This looks incredible. And her head does have a magnet. It magnetizes into her body. And you're going to notice a pattern here. You need to be careful putting this on because this statue does have so many pieces that get in the way. Sliding her portrait into place, you want to make sure you're not rubbing into that sash ribbon on the right side of her cheek. As you can see on mine, I still need to go back and heat it up. This way it sits more closely down onto her shoulder. And we're finally down to the last few pieces. We're going to have her two arms and hands. Taking a look at her left hand, this one is going to be straight, reaching out forward into the wind to give it some movement. Here's an up-close look at her hand with the fingernails painted. Really nice job with the skin tones. And then you have her right arm, which has more of a bend to it. This arm is going to rest onto the side of her face on top of her head. Both arms magnetize into place. They fit really nicely. It was really nicely engineered. It sits perfectly right on top of her head without any gaps. And the same with the other arm that's reaching out forward. Fits very nice and secure and is also magnetized with nice strong magnets. And last but not least, we have this small little decorative piece. This piece is going to rest onto the base. I guess it was too fragile. They felt it couldn't be included in the base design and they wanted to keep it separate. So this piece also does have a magnet on it and it magnetizes right into place on the left-hand side of the base. Before we get to the up-close shots and the overall look of the statue, I just wanted to quickly show you what also comes in the art box. You get these 3 items. One looks like some type of registration card or perhaps some type of warranty card. It's in another language, I'm not sure. But you get this really nice booklet. It's a really nice quality paper. It's not some cheap, flimsy paper. It's a really nice cardstock. And it just really gives it this premium feel to your purchase, which I really like. So on the front, you have the Infinity Studio logo. And on the inside, you're going to have some info. I really like that they added the designers and all the people involved in this statue that worked on it. So really nice giving credit to the artists, which I really like that they did that. We have a few pages, which were the production photos on the website. It gives you an overall look of the front and back of the statue. And then on the inside of the pamphlet, we're going to have the assembly instructions, as well as where all the parts go back into the box, which I always appreciate when companies do that. You don't have to go and take pictures on your phone to try to remember where everything goes back. You have this nice pamphlet that shows you where everything goes back in the box if you ever have to box it back up again. As well as the assembly instructions. It tells you step by step what piece goes on first and what to do. So once again, really appreciate when companies do something like that. So now this statue does come in 2 different versions. You have the collector's edition, which is the one I have. You also have the deluxe version, which comes with a gift screen in the back. It's a whole another item that gets displayed behind the statue. It also comes with a light up base with the deluxe version. It looks really nice, but I felt like I didn't need it. I could always go back and add my own Asian artwork if I really want to behind the statue. But what really made the main difference is I got the collector's edition for only $275, $300 shipped. It originally retails for $449. I took advantage on Sideshow's website during one of the holiday sales. It was such a great offer. I couldn't pass up on it. $300 for a 5th scale statue. It looks absolutely beautiful, so I jumped on it right away. So now the deluxe version, that one wasn't on sale. That one retails for a little bit more money because you are getting that extra piece behind the statue. That one retails for $539. So almost $100 difference if you want that pedestal in the back. Personally, I feel like you don't need it. It looks great just by herself. Even if you can't find it on sale for the collector's edition, I do feel like it is worth the price for everything I'm seeing so far. And the last item that you're now looking at is a registration card. It gives you a serial number to register the product onto the website. So with that all now out of the way and we have her assembled, let's get to the final look. And I absolutely love this statue. I love the art direction. I love the movement of the statue. I love the flow of the robe, the flow of the dress, the ribbons flying through the air. It's very graceful. It's very beautiful. This statue here is 1 out of 4 statues that Infinity Studios did in this series. They all look absolutely fantastic. I might go back and pick up some of the other ones that they released. But looking at this one, again, I absolutely love it. I love the colors. You have all the different earth tones with the oranges, the yellows, the golds in the dress, the greens in the ribbons, the hair, all the little details on a 5th scale piece, and it looks absolutely amazing. The birds, the cranes that are embroidered onto the robe itself look absolutely fantastic. Everything is painted perfectly, not one little sloppy line. All the shading and all the highlights, the colors, it all looks incredible. The portrait is very beautiful. She's very elegant looking. All the little flowers in her headdress down to the painted fingernails. All the details in the dress with the ornate design. It reminds me of a wedding dress. It's really beautiful looking. And to top it off, you have that translucent base on the bottom. It looks incredible. The deluxe version does light up. This one does not, but still looks absolutely fantastic. I always love translucent resin on a statue. It just gives it a really nice appearance. So I can't highly recommend this one enough. She is absolutely beautiful and stunning. Guys, this will most likely be my last video for the year. We're coming to an end of 2022, moving into 2023. I have a lot of great things coming to the channel, so stay tuned. As always, for anybody that's been following my art journey and has subscribed, thank you. I appreciate all the support that I've been getting. If you could please hit the like button, and if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Take care and be safe. Happy holidays.